So today I'm going to go back in time and I'm going to answer the questions that were asked on my question and answer video, which I did 6 months ago, literally 6 months ago, and it's taken me this long to actually do the response. I don't know, COVID happened, it all went up in the air, everybody kind of, I don't know, just got lost in everything, and it just kind of, I forgot about it. So I'm going to answer some of the questions here and we will see how it goes. So question number 1 is, would you like to have children in the future? This is a very, very easy one. The answer is no way in hell do I ever want children, ever. Like, no. It's not something that has ever crossed my mind as something that I would like to have happen, or anything I've even contemplated myself having. So yeah, I would always prefer puppies instead of children. I don't know. If you want to go down that route, that is entirely up to you, but for me, yeah, I don't ever want to have children. Next question is, do you still have your Fiat 500? I do not have my Fiat 500 anymore. I've had 2 Fiat 500s. I had my white one, which was in 2 accidents. Yeah, the white one, I crashed into the back of someone in that one, but that one was like at 1 mile an hour. It did barely any damage at all. It was still fine on the road and everything, but the guy pulled away from the junction and then slammed on his brakes, so I thought he'd already gone and we kind of just bumped bumpers a little bit. So there's that. And then later on I was on a really long road that somebody just decided to slam the brakes on in the middle of for no reason, so I just slammed straight into the back of them, and yeah, that wasn't a nice accident. That wrote off my car. Yeah, so that's the RIP Fiat 500. wasn't very fun. I kind of hurt my wrists because I was holding onto the wheel and it jammed my wrists. Yeah, that was the end of that Fiat 500. Then I got the red Fiat 500, which I absolutely loved because it was a lounge version, not a pop version, so it was like the step up in grade. It was newer, but it had quite a lot of faults with it. Like, stuff just kept going wrong and I was like, I'm getting sick of like paying out on this thing, so I'm gonna get rid of it while it's in decent condition and buy something else. And now I have a Toyota Aygo and I haven't really had any problems with it. Touch wood, that stays the case. The only problem I've had with the Toyota is the fact that the tyres, like the past 2 services I've needed new tyres, which was weird because I think tyres should last more than a year and I don't exactly go absolutely crazy. I mean, I live a fair way away from where I work, but I don't think that's enough. So I was just buying like the cheap tyres that they were suggesting, but I have decided, I went to, where is it, Costco, and I just got a full set of brand new Goodyear ones, and they're the Vector 3s. I'm just having a conversation here about tyres for anyone who's interested. They're the Vector 4 Seasons ones, so they're supposed to be really good for like summer, winter, everything. Like in the UK we don't have like specific tyres for specific weathers, whereas like, I know I mentioned it before in other videos, and like I've had Americans commenting and saying like, well, why don't you just get your winter tyres? It's not something that we generally do in the UK. We just have one set of tyres and then that's it. We don't change them at winter. That's just, I don't know if that's just us or if it's like other places around the world, but yeah. So I have the 4 Seasons one, so hopefully they will last more than 1 year. They cost a little bit more than, you know, the obvious ones that the garage was suggesting me to have, so I'm hoping that that's it for now. I've gone on a complete tangent. This question was, do you still have your Fiat 500? And I've gone off talking about tyres. So there you go. I hope that answers your question in many, many different ways. A few people have asked how old I am. I am 33 and I feel old. Especially on YouTube now, because I don't know, I still feel pretty young, but I have like purple hair and talk about video games and like anime and figures and video games, and I said video games, do I like video games? I feel I don't know, my content is kind of all over the place, and I do feel quite old on the YouTube platform now, but I enjoy it, so I'll carry on. This one is, what are you doing for work now? Still at HMV? I haven't worked for HMV for 8 years now. 8 years? Yeah, like 8 years. Looking back on it now, I like told myself that I absolutely loved it because I could get to look at, you know, games and look at DVDs and buy loads of music at discounted prices and stuff. And I told myself that I loved it just because of that. But looking back on it now, I did not like that job. I didn't really hate the actual job. I kind of, me and somebody who worked there kind of butted heads quite a lot, and that made me really dislike it. So that's one thing that made me, after the fact, realise that I wasn't happy in that job. But now I work in an electronics shop, and it's quite fun. It's the same place where Call Me Kevin used to own a shop, which I think is pretty cool. Adore Call Me Kevin. If you're a fan of Call Me Kevin, let's talk. He's an amazing YouTuber. I absolutely adore the guy. And yeah, I work there, and the job's not hard. It's an okay job. I've only just gone back to work. I was on furlough for quite a while, and like literally on Sunday was my first day back, and they eased me in nicely. I had the Sunday and then I had 2 days off, which is something that I never usually get, but I am working less hours, which kind of sucks, which means less money, but I'm actually going to be worse off than what I was on furlough, because at the minute I think I'm down to do like 20 something hours, and usually I'm like up at 40 hours. So with my furlough I was getting 80% of 40 hours, whereas now I'm getting like half of that. But we'll see. I thankfully during furlough was able to save up quite a decent amount of money, so I should be fine anyway. It's going to take a while for everything to get sorted out in the long run of everything, so yeah, I'm just glad that I've got a job, because I know that so many people have lost jobs during all of this craziness that's been going on. So the fact that I still have a job I'm very thankful for, and to be in a job that's, you know, I enjoy doing. I get anxiety at my job so much, but that's not like, I don't know, I think I would be worse somewhere else. Like my anxiety and stuff is quite bad sometimes, but I feel like I would be worse in another place. Does that make any sense whatsoever? But anyway, yeah, I'm back at work. The next question is, do you have a partner? If not, are you looking for love? Oh. I don't. I haven't had a partner in a long time. I'm not overly bothered by it. I don't see myself as somebody who necessarily needs someone else in their life. I mean, it'd be nice, you know, but it would need to be somebody who I'm not settling for, if that makes sense. Like it would need to be somebody who I really just like fall head over heels in love with. I wouldn't be with someone just for the sake of being with someone, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm not at the minute, but I wouldn't say no if the right person came along. Do you have any hobbies? Partying, travelling, etc. So I am not a party person. I have never been a party person. Like the most party I get is like maybe like having a drink at the Steelers end of season do. Like that's like literally the only time like in a year I will go out and get drunk, because I'm surrounded by my friends and a bunch of hockey players who later on in the night end up becoming friends, because we're just all just absolutely drunk in this hotel just fannying about, being idiots with a so yeah, that is literally kind of the only time I will like go out and get drunk. I will like have a drink at home or whatever. I'll have a drink every now and then, but it's not a big part of my life by any means. I'm travelling. I would like to travel more, but I find that I get kind of anxiety about going to an airport. not so much getting on the plane, like the whole process of some of my anxiety, right? Let's talk. My anxiety is about going into places where I don't know what the schedule is. Like, I get anxiety if I don't know exactly what's going to be happening. Like, for example, if I have to drive to somewhere new, I can't just get in a car and like follow the instructions on my sat nav or anything like that. I will need to sit at home, go on Google Maps, I will need to put in the location, I will need to go on Street View, I will need to go on this route on Google Street View, and then probably have somebody else drive me there while I'm like paying attention to everything that is going on. That's the level of my anxiety. I don't know what kind of anxiety that would be classed as, just general anxiety, but that's what I have to do. Like, I need to be certain of something before I can be fine doing it, if that makes sense. So going into an airport, like the first time I've been in an airport for absolutely ages was when me and my mum went to Belfast like a couple of years ago. We actually ended up going to Belfast twice, like in the space of like 2 months, which was crazy but worth it. But we get into an airport and not been to an airport in literally years since I was a kid. Like, I've not been to an airport since then, and like not knowing what is going on and like where you go, like what you need to do in certain places and stuff. Like, now I would probably be okay with it because I've done it a couple of times, but that anxiety of like, especially because when we went into the, you know, where they check your luggage and stuff, we got stopped because they told you to take out your liquids. For some reason we'd just forgotten to do that, and then they were looking through his case and everything, and that just made my anxiety worse. You know, just stupid things that you wouldn't do after you've been going to an airport for a while, but it was very anxiety driven. But yeah, I would love to go and travel some more. I really want to go to Belfast again. I want to go to other places. I'd really like to go to like Germany, Sweden would be pretty cool, Finland. I'd love to go to Japan, but I think that's too far away. You know how I was just saying I haven't been to an airport since I was a kid? I literally went to New York like 5 years ago. You know, how could I have forgotten about New York? I don't know, but New York, for some reason New York was easier than going to Belfast. I think we got stopped going to Belfast, but going to New York I wasn't as bad. Maybe my anxiety wasn't as bad then, but yeah, that's really weird. I completely forgot about the fact that I went to New York. So other hobbies, I enjoy going to the ice hockey. Go every week when it is on. God knows when the next season is going to happen. I just don't know. We don't know. There's some hockey on the TV right now. There's the playoffs, the NHL playoffs, which are happening right now, which is pretty damn cool. So I'm watching some of that, but I would like to get back to going to see hockey in person, which would be amazing. Then there is like collecting anime figures. Like, look at this one. This one's one of my favourites. This is just the cutest. So watching YouTube is another thing that I do. I mainly just watch random videos. Like, I watch Jacksepticeye, I watch Call Me Kevin, as I've just mentioned. Ashens is one that I always mention in these videos. There's just a bunch of stuff. I don't ever watch really anything in the beauty community anymore, like ever. I've fallen out of love with that community. Like, I will still buy makeup and stuff, but I don't like watch reviews of it and all that stuff. I don't know, it just, the whole beauty community thing to me now seems quite toxic, and I don't think I fit into that anymore. Like, I used to have my own little place in the beauty community where I would do my own thing, and you know, that's where I got all of my subscribers from. I've like not gone up that many subscribers in like the last 5 years or whatever, so all of my subscribers is from like probably seven years ago, something like that. But yeah, I do enjoy my own kind of YouTube video, or I do what I want. Other things that I enjoy doing, well, I class YouTube as a hobby. YouTube is a hobby. I do quite like making YouTube videos. They don't get as many people watching them as they once did, but I do enjoy making them again. Like I went through like a period where I didn't make YouTube videos like pretty much for a full year or something, and nobody seemed to miss me, so I was just like, I'll just leave it there, whatever. Now I've got back into it, I'm kind of like enjoying it a little bit more, and you know, just trying to improve things by like having the background and getting a better camera and stuff that I used to care about, and then I just started recording stuff on my phone, but now I'm trying to get a little bit better. Next question. This is going to be such a long video and I'm so sorry. Do you still like Hello Kitty? I don't think Hello Kitty is even my favourite Sanrio character anymore. I have been watching Agretzko, and Retzko is my favourite Sanrio character at the moment because she's just me internalising it all until it all just comes rocking out. So yeah, I love Agretzko. She's my favourite Sanrio character, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't have anything against Hello Kitty. I almost bought like an OPI set of Hello Kitty stuff from TK Maxx the other day, but I was like, I probably wouldn't wear those colours, so I didn't buy it. But if I ever do find anything that I do like of Hello Kitty, I will buy it. I'll probably even upload it to the, what was it called, my other channel, Hello Kitty Goodies. That was an old school channel, probably not uploaded to that in about 3 years, but I will link it in the down bar if anybody wants to go and have a look at that. It's still got like over 7,000 something subscribers, which is insane when you think about it. What is your favourite tattoo? I think you said you wanted full sleeves. You wanted full sleeves eventually. What others do you plan to get? I love the pop of green in your hair. That shows you how long ago this is that I had a pop of green, not full green or purple. So yeah, I do want to get full sleeves. They are kind of, I don't know, bare here particularly bothers me. I have one on the back and stuff, but I have my god awful, oh my god, that Marco Valorant one is terrible. My favourite tattoo, I do really love this one, just because it's so colourful and it's really bold, and I like the thick lines in it and everything, and some of the like shading on Sylveon, I like that it's kind of neon-y. I do love that. Or my John Moxley one, which is on my leg, which I'm not going to show you because you've probably seen it before. So yeah, I am eventually gonna hopefully get like full sleeves and stuff. Like this arm is kind of getting a little bit more full than this one, because this one has like this big old gap here. But I am getting this one covered up. I've mentioned it before. It was really getting me down, and I had major anxiety because the artist who does it, I absolutely love her work, and I don't know, I feel so guilty for getting it covered up, and I don't know, but I am getting it covered up, and I'm getting it done next Friday. I'm getting it covered up, so if you want to see a photo of it, my link to my Instagram will be in the down bar if you want to go and have a gander. As for other tattoos that I kind of want, what I really want is I want a PMA logo here. I was like wearing one of the t-shirts the other day. I don't know where it is, but I kind of want the PMA logo here. And then kind of with fog or something like going around all of these to kind of fill this gap. So this little gap is full. So I get something else there, and then this little bit has like the fog, or I can't remember what it's called, like a trail of smoke or something, I don't know, but that kind of along there would be pretty cool. Apart from that, I'm not sure. Okay, I got another question here that says, how painful were your tattoos on a scale of 1 to 10? I've never had one and I'm scared of pain. Another one, what's your go-to foundation? And then what do you do for work? I've already explained that one. For me, it depends entirely where you get it, because let me take my watch off, because I've mentioned this loads of times in videos, but on my wrist there, that hurt like hell. Just this little bit here, that hurt like hell. Like I've also got it in my elbow ditch, which was quite painful. Everything else kind of on my arms has been fine. There's not really been anything that's, you know, bothered me that much. In fact, most of the time I kind of want to go to sleep. I know it's like a cliche, oh, I could go to sleep, it doesn't hurt that much. It does hurt, but I do, in a weird way, find it kind of therapeutic. Like, I don't know, I do sometimes. If I'm laid down, I don't like laying down when I get tattoos. I hate it. I just feel like a big whale just sitting there when I have to lay down for tattoos. I would always much prefer to be sat up. Even if it was an uncomfortable as hell position, I would always prefer to be sat. Anyway, I digress. What was I saying? What the fuck was I saying? Oh, my mind. Oh yeah, I was talking about wanting to fall asleep. But yeah, if I'm laid down I kind of want to fall asleep. That's why the first couple of times I got tattooed I had my contact lenses in. From then on I've kind of just worn my glasses because I feel like if I want to go to sleep I will just go to sleep. And you can't go to sleep with your contact lenses in. So yeah, I think it depends on your pain threshold. The pain is the thing that stopped me getting tattoos for so long. Like I was not about that life. Like I was like, I really want tattoos, I've wanted tattoos for so long, but I don't know how I'm gonna deal with the pain. But then as soon as I got my first tattoo I was like, I've been waiting all this time and it's not that bad, so now I'm fucking covered. What was the other questions? Go-to foundation. I don't really have a go-to foundation anymore. Like I will use certain foundations more. This is one that I've kind of found out again recently. This is by Nella. It's called Aura Radiance. It is a Korean brand? Yeah, it's Korean. And perfect cover, long lasting, high function. This is really nice. I like it a lot. I like the Vichy Derma blend. I fell out of it for a while because I found that it was quite, when my skin was dry it was like making me look really greasy, but I think that now my skin is very dry, it's a lot better. I've also today got this foundation on, which is a BTS foundation, the VT01 foundation, and it's got the BT21 thing on there. It's quite nice. I didn't like this at first either, but because my skin is dry I have bought this, which is the MUA Pro Base Facial Oil Primer. And if anybody has watched me for a while, you will know that I've been on many rants about facial oils and it not working for me. Now I think it's perfect for my skin. Like this foundation that I've used before, it has always sunk into laughter lines and stuff. This hasn't done it now because of this, I'm guessing. So this and this are a good mix. Do you have any cool places in the UK you'd recommend for tourists that isn't London? Maybe even lesser known places in London? Okay, so I would always recommend York to anyone who's coming to the UK. York Minster is incredible to look at and take photos of and all that stuff. It's really nice to look at. It's a beautiful, not too busy kind of city. You can go onto the Shambles, which is like a little cobbled street that's like got old shops and everything, and it's just a beautiful little walk down memory lane kind of thing. And I just really enjoyed York every time I've been there. Whitby is also nice. It's nowhere near, if you're going for shopping, Whitby isn't it, but if you're going for like nice scenery and just chilling, I like Whitby a lot. Whitby is awesome as well if you go when it's the goth weekend, which is when I go. We're supposed to be going last April, or this April that's just gone, but obviously COVID said no. Sometimes. And other places, just Belfast in general. It's in the UK, I know it's across the water, but it's in the UK. I loved Belfast. Belfast was awesome when we were there. Just loved it so much. Now this is another one. It says, will you be uploading to your gaming channel? I enjoyed your commentary because it was natural and you were clearly being yourself and not showing off for the camera. It's why people subscribe to your channel, and you come across very sincere and genuine. That's very, very sweet. Thank you so much for that. I don't upload to my game channel anymore. I do upload to this channel and Twitch. I sometimes stream on Twitch, I sometimes stream on YouTube. I probably should pick one and just stick with it, but yeah, I've done like the judgment game on there as well, and I'm probably going to try and do some more in the very near future, so stay tuned. Is another one. How did you get into ice hockey? So this is going to be a really weird way around how I got into ice hockey the first time. I watch wrestling. I'm sure pretty much everyone knows that I watch wrestling, but I was a massive fan of CM Punk. Still am a massive fan of CM Punk, but when he was in the WWE he would come down to the ring and he'd be wearing a Chicago Blackhawks jersey, and he was always very vocal on Twitter about how much he loved hockey and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, so we've got a local ice hockey team that's just down the road, I'm gonna go and watch it. And I think I've missed like 3 games since. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the ice hockey now. I was hooked as soon as I saw it. I am not like a big fan of sports, like football, all that stuff. I'm not a huge fan of most of it, but as soon as I saw ice hockey I was like, this is the sport for me. This is the one. This is the one that I'm gonna invest my time into. And yeah, I've been a season ticket holder since the season after I started going, so yes. Okay, so I'm gonna call it here for today. I might do another one of these in the future if anybody wants to ask any more questions. So thank you so much to the people who suggested the questions. Sorry if I didn't get to them all, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you enjoy my rambly videos, I will try and do more of them. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like on it and subscribe, ring the bell notification thing. Like, only about 50% of my viewers are actually subscribed, and about 4% of them have actually, you know, clicked the bell. So it would be nice to see that little statistic go up, because I've started looking at it. Because all these analytics things came in for YouTube absolutely ages ago, and I literally never ever looked at them. Ever. And now I've looked at them, I'm like, okay. Anyway, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.